Hey, it's Darlene. Welcome to my creative life. I'm working on a really cute layout today. So I'm using this cut file from Printable Cuttable Creatables. Don't worry, I'll put the link to their website down in the information box, as well as a link to my blog. But basically, I cut this. It's called a Valentine Hearts Wagon. Now, you might think Valentine's, I'm not even going to look there. But I like to look at all images when I'm downloading something or when I'm making a selection, because this layout that I'm doing is not a Valentine's layout. It's with my two granddaughters, and they did like an impromptu photo shoot, or I should say my daughter-in-law did an impromptu photo shoot in front of my work one day when they were coming to visit, and they both happened to be wearing pink shirts, and they're in the grass. They're super cute. And I saw this wagon and I thought it is going to be so perfect. So I always put the pieces together first before I start adding adhesive. Now, believe me when I tell you this is a good tip, because there's been plenty of times, and I actually did it earlier, or I thought I did, but I wasn't thinking. But when you know where to put the adhesive, or you know where to put the pieces, it just makes it so much easier. There's no confusion. There's no, oops, I put the adhesive on the wrong side, or I placed this down in the wrong place. So, and it just takes another, maybe a second or two, or a couple minutes or two. So I always do that. I'm using liquid adhesive because I want this to be as flat as possible. Now there's a lot of layers to this cut, so it is going to be pretty thick, especially for a scrapbooking layout. But because I didn't use any foam adhesive or anything, it'll be fine. I don't normally like a lot of bulk in my scrapbooks, but this works out perfect. And like I said, look at how cute that is. And this is the same color scheme as what the cut file has in when you download it. Now I did the cut file exactly as it is, except for those two hearts that are off to the right hand side. I made those a little bit smaller because I knew I was putting this embellishment as well as a pretty large title on one side of the layout. Now I grabbed the title just from Cricut Design Space. It just happened to work. I could have easily done it with just different fonts, but it was there, so I used it. I decided, pretty easy layout. I have this one pattern paper from Photo Play, and it's a really cute collection. It's got like frogs and all this stuff, and I bought it because I just knew it was a kid's one. I didn't have anything really planned with it, and it just, the color scheme just works out perfect. Pocket full of posies, that's what it's called, and it's a really cute collection. And so I cut that down to 11 by 11, so I just took an inch off two sides. And then I'm going to just center it in the middle of the page. And then I have that dark blue, that's really like a navy blue piece of cardstock that I'm going to put over on the right side. And it's 5.5 by 12 inches long. And I'm planning on putting the photos on the right side, and then the embellishment and the title over on the left side. So it's almost as if they're two different 6 by 12 layouts, if that makes any sense. And I also kind of feel like with doing the photos this way, it kind of gives it like a little bit of a like a photo strip kind of feel. So I cut the photos down because I did the cardstock at 5.5 by 12. I cut the photos down to 5 inches. There was a lot of wiggle room, so I could cut off some grass and it wasn't going to affect anything. And then on the bottom of that, I used white piece of cardstock to make a journaling block. So that works out perfect. But look at this wagon. It looks so perfect there. And like I said, the color scheme is perfect with this paper. And it's just nice and springy. Even though these pictures were taken in June, it still just really works. And then, like I mentioned before, I grabbed this title called Girls Rule just on Cricut Design Space, because, girls do rule. And it had the pink heart for the eye, and you'll see later that I do something different, but for now, that's how I'm putting it. Again, look at this, super easy. And as I'm kind of fiddling with this, and I just keep thinking, okay, I love the pattern paper, I love the placement of everything, but, and I'm going to grab a white piece of paper for the journaling spot, which I just did right there. And I was thinking, I love it, but can I make one more change to really make me love it even more? And you'll see in a minute, I do grab a pink cardstock, and I exchange that white base to the pink one and definitely love it. Well, I like pink, so it's all going to work. So just took everything off, and now I'm just going to adhere everything on there. So like I mentioned before, very simple layout, but also very cute. I love the idea of just having a really big embellishment. I think it's just really fun. These photos there were really no occasion. The girls happened to visit me at my work, and I think a lot of people were saying, oh, look at their, twinsies, basically, because they're wearing pink. And so when my daughter-in-law left to go back home, we have like this little grassy area in front of my office, and she just decided to take pictures. And these are like one of my favorite pictures of the girls. So again, no occasion or really reason to have it. So I didn't have to worry about, oh, should it be a birthday paper or should it be this or that? I just wanted something, girly. And there's not much more girlier than pink, or at least in my opinion, and hearts. And the phrase girls rule. And you see right there, that's what I was talking about. So one of the hearts that I use is just that kind of teal color. I use that to dot the I instead of the pink. And, again, just a very small change, but it just kind of gives that pop of color, and I really like it. So I don't really do much more to this, except for I am adding some white pen highlights to the letters, because that's always fun. And I'm just kind of drawing them all like on the the left side for the printed word rule, and for the script, I just kind of do a little fuzzy again. And then I'm going to put some journaling lines on that box, and then just do a little bit of journaling, which is basically what I had just told you, just an impromptu photo shoot, but also, the girls just look so cute. But I mentioned earlier that this cut file is from Printable Cuttable Creatables. I did mention that I'd have their website to the store down in the information box. I'll also have a coupon code. God, I can't talk. A coupon code. Coupon code there. So if you want to get 15% off your order, you can use that code. And also have a link to my blog and also my Instagram. But I do hope you like this video, and if you do, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and also the notification bell, because I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center. The command center is the name of my craft room and also my blog. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I forgot that I did this little bit of black edging around that one heart. I didn't do it anywhere else because I wanted to keep this really kind of simple. I do a lot of black edging around my layouts and even journaling boxes, things like that. But I didn't want the darker color of the black. I know that sounds kind of weird because I do have that dark blue, but I just really wanted to keep this light and girly and just kind of open and fun. And I think I did that. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Bye.